Hi and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. This is a review of Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos, which originally appeared in Tabletop Gaming Magazine and was written by Richard Jansen-Parkes. The latest addition to Dungeons & Dragons' pantheon of hardbacks is a strange duck. It's packed with fun new ideas and roleplay-focused rules, but struggles to deliver on its promise of a wizard school but D&D hijinks. The book introduces its readers to Strixhaven, an arcane college first explored in a Magic the Gathering set. It's nominally based on the rather hazy plane of Arcavius, but you can easily paste it into a world of your choosing. Honestly though, it barely matters where you decide to stick the school, as once your players pass through the gates, they're going to have very little to do with the outside world. Indeed, the book operates with the expectation that the party isn't the usual mishmash of freebooters and heroes found in most games. Instead, they step into the shoes of students studying at the college. The campaign that takes most of the lion's share of the book guides the players through classes and exams and doesn't give much room to explore beyond the student experience. This is rather a bold move, considering that one of the main appeals of D&D is the freedom it offers. Even comparatively linear conventional campaigns give you a chance to feel like you're part of a larger world, but Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos exists in a bubble, much like many real-world universities, actually. It feels as though designers have taken inspiration from the wave of more tightly focused RPGs that lean hard on very specific types of stories. You wouldn't pick up Monster of the Week unless you wanted to play a game about solving supernatural mysteries, and you shouldn't pick up Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos unless your table wants to campaign about going to a Harry Potter-inspired wizarding school. Actually, whilst there is a fair bit of the boy wizard Strixhaven, it would be unfair to leave the comparison there. For one thing, the college is aimed at much older students. Don't worry, you won't accidentally set fire to a bunch of 11-year-olds, and the design team has done a passable job at sketching out a clear identity. Chief among this is the presence of 5 major colleges within the school, each based around marrying up a pair of apparently conflicting concepts. The green-fingered Witherbloom College, for example, is all about embracing both life and death. Their philosophies aren't exactly deep, but they provide some easy role-playing guidance for players and GMs alike. These schools don't just bring flavour to the world either, they also form a basis for the handful of neat mechanical applications. These include some wonderfully thematic spells, as well as 5 powerful backgrounds that tie the bearer to their college of choice. Where most backgrounds only grant the barest sliver of power to characters, these brand new ones are potent. Each offers fresh spells and powers intended to allow less magically inclined characters, such as the Arcane Knights who don't bloom as spellcasters until later levels, to lean into the whole magic school fantasy. Tying this much power to a background choice is a break from the usual D&D philosophy, but that seems to be just what Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos is aiming for. It's packed with plenty of new rules and subsystems that lean away from the traditional dungeon crawling and towards the magic school vibe. There are special rules for studying and taking exams, for example, with free bonuses on skill checks up for grabs. DMs have a completely new system to track the hero's relationship with important NPCs. Though some of the additions to the rule set add even more number crunching to the game, they help to make it feel more distinct. Unless you've already gone to the effort of homebrewing a Magical University AU for your home game, Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos is going to be a unique addition to the table. Just remember that unique doesn't always mean good. In many areas, from world building to adventure design, the book fails to execute cleanly on excellent ideas. The bare 20 pages assigned to sketching out the setting's lore and major NPCs means that Strixhaven doesn't feel like a living, breathing place. Instead, it's a playground with quests that rarely feel important. There's a hint of an overarching storyline to the campaign, but if you stack it against the stakes of most adventures, it all feels rather small potatoes. It's easy to recommend Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos to established D&D players who want to borrow some interesting rules and ponder the increasingly story-driven direction of the game. It's much harder to explain to someone why they should pick it up and run the campaign as written. Should you play it? Maybe. A campus full of good ideas tacked onto a so-so campaign. But try this if you liked Kids on Brooms. If you were way into Harry Potter vibe of kids in brooms but wish things were a little bit more stabby, Strixhaven might be just what you're looking for. Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos had various designers but was published by Wizards of the Coast. It comes in at 224 pages for ages 11 over and will cost around £40 to pick up your own copy. Now if you want to see more reviews just like this, you can pick up Tabletop Gaming Magazine, and a subscription link can be found in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.